Hello everyone, Rash here. Um, so, it's almost the end of the year, so I thought today was a good time to make my top 15 manga slash light novel discovery of the year. For the vast majority of them, I went blind, as in I never watched anime or, well, watched any other form of media that shows the same story. There are one or two that I watched the anime, but still, one of them I've watched anime like almost 4 years ago. So uh, I'd say it's far enough for me to consider that I discovered the manga. So there's 15 series. I've discovered many series in 2025. Probably after 2021, 2025 is probably the series I um, bought the most new series. However, one of the series that will appear on this list, two actually, are series that I bought before, but only started this year. Um, for the most part, at least. So let's not waste too much time and start with number 15. Um, he came for learning love. Um, I bought these like almost 3 years ago. The series only has 3 volumes. I bought these 3 years ago, but I never bothered reading them until like last week or 2 weeks ago. Basically at early December, and it was just about what I expected. And it's not it's not super amazing, but still enjoyable for someone who likes well, series in romance involving robots. I mean, one of my favorite romance is um, My Wife Has No Emotion, so you know. uh, Next at number 14, Love Agency, which is made, as far as it is made by the same person who made the Kaguya-sama series. Um, I just like the idea of a like a service where you talk to someone who gives you int and tips to get your crush to love you, and in this case, both main character uses the same service for each other, which was kind of funny. At number 13, the one light novel of the lot, and it's uh, the girl who wants to be a hero and the girl who ought to be a hero. Really thought this was funny. Easily one of the better Yuri light novel I've read. Unfortunately, the series is already on hiatus, so we're not getting Volume 2 anytime soon. It's been on a hiatus for like 2 years, I think, in Japan. So it's kind of lame that I'm probably gonna have to wait a few years before I even get to read Volume 2. Which is a shame, because um, it's really good. The interaction between the two main characters is really funny and really cute. I like it. Number 12, it's Rosen Maiden. I've known about Rosen Maiden for, God, at least 15 years. But I've never watched the anime until 2021, and even then, or maybe 2020, I think, either late 2020 or early 2021, and even then I only watched the first 4 episodes. So when I saw that Seven Seas was re-releasing these as a collector's edition, I decided to give them a try, and I really like it. Next at number 11, Now That We Draw. I wasn't too sure if I was going to like it because of I'm not really interested in character with big boobs like that. But in the end, I don't regret jumping in because um, The story is surprisingly cute. It's super ecchi, as you can expect with character like this. Um, but the interaction between the two main characters was a lot more interesting than I thought it would be. Now we're in the top 10, and at number 10, another series that I only really discovered a couple weeks ago, and it's All Your Fault. I bought this a couple months ago. Didn't really start reading it until last week, I think. I read this one last week. Um, the interaction between the two main characters are initially like they don't see eye to eye. I wouldn't go as far as to say that they don't get along, but they definitely don't see eye to eye. But that does seem to be um, something that improves even within Volume 1. So definitely liking it so far. It's a very, very, very ecchi Yuri, so I would strongly suggest that you do not read this in public, but it is a good series. Alright, at number 9, School Live. This is a series that I've been wanting to try for a solid 3 years, but never had the opportunity to read it until I found that my manga store was selling the French version of the series. Um, I really like the mix of cute girls doing kind of cute things and zombie apocalypse. But at the same time, um, it is very cute in a sense. But if you read Volume 1, you'll see how much darker than it really is. How much darker than it really looks. Um, Unlike something like Happy Sugar Life, where straight from Volume 1, you know that the series is super dark despite the two main characters being super cute. This one, I mean, you know it's a zombie apocalypse, so you don't expect like you do expect some kind of violence, but near the end of the volume, you see how dark the series really is. Yet it still maintains the cute girls doing cute things-ish aspect. Alright, next is Orinia, and this is the series that I mentioned that I watched anime almost 4 years ago. It was in early 2022. I remember liking Orinia and decided uh, to read it at long last. So I bought the entire collection except volume 17, like um, a month ago, like not that long ago. So I have all 16 volumes, and I'm enjoying just as much, if not more, than the anime. So now we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, seventh place. Um, Love Me for Who I Am. This was totally unexpected. I mean, I expected it to be good because I heard good things about this series. But then a couple months ago, or late this summer, I think, I bought this series from my friend who had to sell some of her stuff. So I bought the entire collection from her, and usually when I start a series, it can take me like months between volume reads, sometimes even over a year. There are some series that I started reading in 2021 that I haven't touched since 2021, and now we're almost in 2026, and I haven't read like more than volume 1 or 2. This one, I read the whole thing in 2 weeks, which is still very slow by most people's standard. I mean, I've read the entirety of Girlfriends in one sitting, which is also a total of 5 volumes. But for my standards of like 2024, 2025, reading a full 5-volume series within 2 weeks is something that I haven't done in years. And the reason why I read this series so fast is because it was good. Like, it was much better than even I anticipated. But um, because of my preference for like cutesy stuff for the most part, it didn't make the top 5. But still, I really appreciate that series, and if you can find, uh, if you can either read online or find a physical copies of these books, do it. It's really good. Number 6, we have I'm in love with the older girl next door. Um, I got this one mostly because it was made by the same guy who, but same guy, maybe it's a woman, I don't know actually, by the same person who made the girl I like forgot her glasses. Um, and I don't think it's as cute as that other series I just mentioned, but I definitely, it's definitely a very cute series. Um, I like the interaction between the two main characters, as well as the interaction between the two main characters and the people around them. So now we're in the top 5, and at number 5, Blend S. I ordered this early this week, not this week, this year, sorry, and it took a while before I started reading it, but I really like every character in this series so far is really good. I really like it. I read volume 1 and 2, and my favorite character is definitely like the central protagonist, but everyone that you see on this back cover are really nice. Also like the dog that we start seeing in volume 2, I think. Definitely going to try to watch the anime at some point. Number 4 is Wash It All Away. Um, I discovered the series thanks to Anime Planet. I was browsing like upcoming anime and saw that the anime for Wash It All Away is upcoming, and read the synopsis, thought it looked cool, and put my name as main contributor for when it airs next year. I don't remember where. I think it's either January or April, but pretty sure it's the first half of 2024 that this series will start. It's a really, really charming story. I really like the main character and everyone who surrounds her, and um, it also takes place in the first city me and my brother stopped at when we traveled by car in Japan, which is the city of Atami. Alright, number 3 is Tsumuki Ogami's Not So Ordinary Life. When I saw the summary of a high school where both human and mythfolk, as they call it, just study together in harmony, I thought it would be interesting, and it was. But it wasn't just interesting; it was cute. The interaction, again, I keep saying interaction, but this is one of the prime reason why I like mainly rom-coms so much. But this isn't a rom-com, but you know what I mean. But the interaction between the titular Tsumuki and the guy you can see here are very wholesome, very cute, and I love them so much. Number 2 is actually one of my honorable mention of last year, because last year I hadn't started it yet. I did read a bit, like I think I read half of chapter 1 online, and I had to take a look at some later chapter just for a couple screenshots for Anime Planet. But number 2 is Mono. I mean, it's in the same place, same universe, sorry, as Laid Back Camp, so obviously this is a major plus. But the character, all 5 main characters are great. My favorite being, her, and Kiriyama. But yeah, all 5 characters have something that I like, and none of them actually have something that I dislike. I just like all 5 of them so much. And the cat, you cannot see the cat very well here, but Taishu is a badass. Now, number 1 is a series that I started to mention 2-3 days ago. And although I only started reading it literally yesterday, well, 2 days ago, my number 1 discovery is something that I sort of expected would be in the top 5 the year I start reading it. But Watamote is definitely my favorite discovery of the year, even though I only started it yesterday. Well, I say yesterday. I keep saying yesterday because yesterday is when I made my review of this volume, but I really started it like 2 days ago. But yeah, yeah. Even though I only started it 2 days ago, it is by far, well, not by far, but it is by a fair margin the best manga I read this year. That is not like a subsequent volume of a series that I started earlier, like Blade Backhand, because Blade Backhand volume 16 was one of the better volumes of the series. But yeah, as far as volume 1 goes, Watamote was the best volume 1 I've read this year. So that's it. That's my top 15. No honorable mention this year. Decided against it. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. And I'll see you later today for my day 3 of Christmas Days of Christmas manga review.